Hello everyone and welcome back to a new episode of our automated survival series. Sorry it took me a while to get that episode out, but as you might have seen from my other videos, I've been quite busy. Lots of things have happened to me IRL, and if you're watching the streams, you might have heard about it. But basically, I've recently moved to a new place, so that has taken a lot of my time, and there's a few more IRL things that are happening to me that are gonna keep me busy for a while. But let's stop talking about all that and focus on today's episode. As you saw during the intro, we have this big creeper farm built, and let me tell you, this thing rocks. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you though. It's not the best we can do, and I'll do the proper research and experimentation to improve it later on. But for now, it does the job well enough. We are gonna have all the gunpowder we need to make all the rockets we will ever need. It uses dripstone to kill the creepers, so we can use a smaller drop chute to kill them, which also means we can have more spawning spaces. But again, it's not perfect and not a big improvement over standard designs. However, the big and efficient farms are coming up. Don't you worry about that. But before we can get there, we once again have a lot to catch up. Once we finish the creeper tower, I wanted to go explore a trial chamber, as I still haven't been, and I'm quite excited to explore one. I had already prepared the maps to go there, thanks to my cartographer villager. We also have a woodland mansion map, which we might come back to at some point. As you can see, that trial chamber is quite close to us, which is really nice, and I'm feeling quite lucky. I hope we're gonna get that new mace. While looking for the trial chamber, I realized that it is underwater, and I was hoping to have it partially exposed so I could easily get in. But after swimming for a while, I could not find any entrance, so I decided to dig. While we were digging, I hinted that I was quite interested in the new trial chambers, as I have a couple plans for them, which you might have to wait a bit to hear more about. And I also added that I wish we could find a way to reuse the ominous vault, which, if you watched my last video, you already know that I've actually found a way to reuse them. I can't wait to be literally farming diamonds block in this world, but that's gonna have to wait a bit. So, after a bit more digging, we arrive in a cave, which is still not the trial chamber we're looking for, so I keep trying to go down and I find a few creepers, which blow open a hole, in which I fell and die. I should have been a bit more careful and not fall in that hole. But, you know, I just died, that's not that big of a deal. I die all the time in this game. And I don't know if you noticed during that clip, but we can see the walls of the trial chambers. We found it! So I get some food and head down that trail to get back my stuff, excited to get in the trial chamber. But when I get there, I don't see my stuff. I start to look around, but nothing. I reload the world just to be sure it's not a visual glitch, but still nothing. And then it hit me. My stuff must be dead. The items are gone. But why? I know it hasn't been 5 minutes. So what happened? I decided to pull up the replay files to see exactly what happened. And I will just leave you with my live reaction. By the way, sorry for my voice, I was sick that day. I'll improve it the best I can in post-production. I see one skeleton. Oh my gosh, I see two creepers. Oh no, please do not. Oh, I know what happened. I hate this. So we'll fall in this. Both creepers will outgrow me. Are you ready to see this frame by frame? Yeah, I died. Right there, I'm dead. You can see all my items popping out. Guess what this creeper's gonna do? Yeah, I was pretty bummed. My whole stuff gone. This is early game, so it hurts quite a bit. I just came out of the dangerous end expedition to collect all that stuff. And I also lost my elytras, which means I need to go back and find an in-city ship. In case you did not understand what happened, there was two creepers, but they exploded at slightly different times. The first one instantly kills me. You can see all my items popping up at my feet, but the second one hasn't exploded yet. It explodes on the next frame, but since it explodes after my items have been summoned, it destroys them. My items got instantly deleted right after they spawned. To be fair, I think that's a bit unfair. Items should have a few ticks of invulnerability before they can take damage, so situations like this don't happen. Anyways, I get myself together and start looking for new gear. A good thing is that I kept spare elytra, so at least I don't have to go back to the end right now. I pick up a few good items and I head to my villagers to fix up my gear. I trade my infinite supply of iron in exchange for emeralds and XP, which I then use to buy the rest of my diamond gear and enchanted books. I am also expanding my villager army to help speed up the process, and after a few hiccups, we are finally full gear again. Alright, we are going to the trial chamber for real this time. Except, we are gonna be really careful on that hole, and oh crap. But this time we have a shield! Haha, you can do nothing against me now, Mr. Creeper. After setting a safe base that we can return to in case things go south, we finally enter the trial chambers. The trial spawners are now really a challenge for us with full gear, so I decided to get a Batman potion to spice things up. And spice things up it did. This spawner alone gave me some trouble already. After the spawner room, we enter a big corridor with lots of doors and I start to get lost a bit. We find some cool loot, including a few diamonds, and I also discovered that the pots can contain diamonds. From this point on, I make sure to break every pot I see, and I even get one of the new music discs from these pots. I had no idea they were gonna have meaningful loot. I'm positively surprised. One could even argue that the pots have better loots than the chests. After looting the rest of the corridor, I head up for the next room where I am greeted by a zombie spawner, and a second one, and a breeze one, and oh my god, they are everywhere. What is sure is that it's not the same facing a single spawner and facing many spawners at the same time. And with the ominous effect, this is going to be promising. At least, I can't complain that it's not challenging anymore. I run around trying to find a safe place to heal, and I activate yet another spawner. This is not gonna end well. I didn't go and hide in the maze below the spawners, but the zombies found a way in and are invading me from the ceiling. I try to block the hole, but I almost get killed and now I am running for my life, but the maze is filled with zombies. I miraculously escape them and find a proper hidey hole to heal myself. I then open a hole and realize that the ominous spawners are throwing strength potion around. No wonder why the zombies were doing a lot of damage. So I use it to clear all the zombies. Now things are looking a bit more manageable. After clearing out all the zombies, I go back up to collect my loot. We got some carrots and a key. Our first ominous key. And I apparently blow back a breeze with its own wind charge, which I totally did by accident. Alright, our first ominous vault. What do we get? Oh, an enchanted gunner apple. What else? Oh, that's it? Oh well, I wasn't gonna get the mace first try, no was I? After a bit of exploration, we find another big fighting room, with hopefully another ominous vault and key. The skeletons deal less damage than the zombies, even with the poison, so that wasn't too hard. Sadly, no keys this time. On the way out, I spot this geode that both overrode part of the chamber and got partially overrode by the chamber itself. How weird! And unfortunately, we arrive in the last room of our giant chamber. I was expecting them to be much bigger, but they are actually quite small. Or at least this one was. We do a quick stop to deposit our stuff, and I figured that since we had some time left on the ominous effect, that we should go back for another round, hoping that the first spawners would have had the time to reset. And indeed they have! We even get a key as our first reward. I'm feeling good about this second round. Alright, what do we get? Oh, a new disc! That's cool, what else? Oh, no mace. Oh well, next time we'll get it. Running back into the big fight room, and I try to quickly activate all the spawners as my effect is running out. But I get surprised by some baby zombies. There wasn't any babies last time. I try to run back to my safety hole, but they are running too fast and I can't block them and I'm dead. I'm starting to get a little bit worried because I'm not sure how I'm gonna get able to get my stuff back. I tried to run in, but these two zombies wouldn't let me pass. I'm gonna need some equipment, so I rush back to my ender chest, hoping to find some iron I could use to make a bunch of pickaxes, but sadly I didn't leave iron back there. There is my fortune pickaxe and my backup sword though, so I'm gonna try not to lose these. And I immediately get greeted by two big zombies, which don't give me a chance to make a safety pillar and kill me again. I do manage to get my sword back and kill them, but now a baby is coming to get me. And before I could finish him, his friend arrives and is wearing my armor. The taunts makes me fall from my pillar and I run for my life, but a zombie manages to get me before I could run away. I managed to get the armor back, but now the sword's missing. That guy stole it. So I have to defend myself with a pickaxe for now. And his friend is picking it up. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to kill them all before I can get my sword back. But then I see it on the floor for just a second and I go for it, but obviously I get killed. Luckily for me, the zombies did not pick up anything this time. We are so back. After killing them all, it is time to dig our stuff out. It's probably running out of time, we need to hurry up. We easily find the zombies since they are making so much noise. We can safely kill them from over here and oh no, wait. There's another baby. And he's wearing my chestplate now. We are in big trouble. And now he even have my sword. Luckily it was his last heart and I get my sword back. Now there's another baby with my leggings and this guy is a tough one. He's wearing almost all my armor now and he has my sword. This is not going well. I am hammering him with my pickaxe but he is not dying. I finally managed to lure him out in the water so I can get the pickaxe and try to dig the rest of the stuff, but I fear it's too late. And it is, sadly. So now it is time to get back what is left of our stuff, which means we need to kill that baby. But that's not gonna be easy. He has all my enchanted armor and my sword, which means he will one-shot me and not take much damage. And he can even kill me with my own taunts. That is really gonna be hard. Look how much taunts damage I'm taking. That is crazy. I two-shot myself. He doesn't even have to do anything. And finally, he is dead. I get my armor back. I'm only missing my shoes, my elytras and my bow. But we also lost all the loot from the entire chambers. The notch apple, the breeze rods, everything. And the zombies even get one last kill on me. Come on already. At least while killing the army of zombies, we get our shoes back. Alright, let's see what ridiculous loot we're gonna get for all these efforts. Oh wait, we get a key actually. And another one. And even a third one? What is going on? First time around we only got one key in the whole structure, but this time we get 3 in just this room? I guess that's the game's way to compensate for losing my stuff. Time to open some vaults. Let's see if we get lucky now. We get an odd chapel back, so that's good. But still no mace. We still have 2 keys, so I still have hope. And another apple. Lots of diamonds, oh nice. But still no mace. Come on, for our last key in the last vault of this trial chamber, please give me the mace. Come on. And sadly, no mace. We got the disc back at least, but the book is complete trash. On the way back, I play a bit with the new wind charges and I discovered that you can use them to climb ladders faster. The reason why I don't like to use ladders is exactly because they are so slow to climb up, but if we can alleviate that with wind charges, I might just start using them more. I then do a quick stop at my villagers to re-enchant the stuff I lost, and we got ourselves a shiny new pair of elytras and tools. Alright, enough losing stuff for today. Now that we have beaten our first trial chamber, it is time to go back to making farms. And the first one of the list is a spider farm, because we are gonna need a lot of string to make the next farm. We are going to the Mesa biome where I already prepared the mineshaft where we are gonna build our spider farm. I was quite surprised while exploring this mineshaft because I did not find 2, but 3 spider spawners that are barely in range. I have had double spider spawners before, but never 3. That is perfect. I have already laid down the shape of the room, so now it is time to dig it out. Well, that was a lot of digging. We have to basically dig enough space around each spawner for the spiders to spawn and fall from high enough to guarantee they will die from the impact. We also have to dig out a bit more around the walls because we don't want them starting to climb the walls instead of falling to their death. All of that put quite a toll on our tools that we had to repair multiple times. Thankfully, we now have a blaze farm in the fortress that we found last time. It was not very complex, so I just built it off camera. It doesn't use any redstone, it's literally just a big hole for the blazes to spawn and fall, so they make room for more blazes to spawn, with some lava at the bottom to push them in a central killing chamber. We can kill them safely from here because they can't see us through the path blocks. Blazes are great for XP because they are one of the mobs that drop the most. Even if a single spawner is not very fast, they also drop blaze rods, which are an excellent source of fuel since it's more efficient than coal and you get a lot with looting. And I don't know about you, but I don't need hundreds of blaze rods, so that's another reason to use them in my furnaces. That way I get to keep my coal for torches and whatnot, and I'm not gonna run out of fuel anytime soon. Now that the holes are digged up, time to make the item collection. We are gonna use a single minecart hopper running around the floor to collect all the strings from our farm. The shape is a little weird, so I had to think a bit about how I was gonna lay my tracks, but it wasn't too hard. Time to place down some rails. Now, for the last step, a way to empty the minecart and a place to store all the items. I'm gonna use a minecart heater to empty the items as they are my favorite way to get the items out of a minecart. They are also much faster than using hoppers, so there isn't any reason not to use them. All you need is rails, a few chains, and a lava cauldron. The items will pop on the waterlogged rail, which is convenient as we can use that water to move them easily where we want our storage to be. We also place a hopper below the cauldron, which will only capture the minecart as it gets broken. So then, we just have to place that minecart back down and send it on its way. I'm gonna use a super cool mangrove minecart elevator from Inspector Talon, aka the Minecart Mad Scientist, All you have to do is place mangrove roots in diagonal like this, waterlog them, and place regular rails on top. That's it. Dispensing a minecart on the rails will cause it to go up like this. Oh, wait, what's going on? The minecart's not moving. How come? If I nudge it, it does go up. Why is it not doing it on its own though? What if I place it on a different spot? Oh, it works. Interesting. I didn't know this elevator was directional. Oh well, not a big deal. I can just flip it around and it's gonna work just fine. Alright, now it should work. Look at that, it's so fast. It's already gone. Now we need to prepare the tunnel the items are gonna take when they get ejected from the minecart. We'll use water to push them into a bubble column, which is gonna take them to our AFK spot where we'll store them in a bunch of chests. And ta-da! That is the farm done and dusted. As you can see behind me, it is working quite well. I have AFK'd a bit, and now we have a bunch of string. But what did we need all this string for? Well, I've been using it to craft a bunch of scaffoldings. Can you guess what we're gonna do with all that scaffolding? That's right, a shulker farm. And I've already planned a spot for it. We just need to clear it out a bit first. And now we can start building it. For once, this is not my own design, as shulker farms are quite complex and I don't know enough about them to make an efficient one. I might give it a try at some point, but for now we'll be using ending credits shuffling shulker reactor farm. With a little twist for the item collection, as I didn't like the lines of hopper, so I replaced them with a simple water collection. Unfortunately, I lost the replay for the first half of that farm, but here's the rest. And after a bit of AFK overnight, we now have so many shulker shells that I don't know what I'm gonna do with all that. At least we won't be running out of shulkers anytime soon. And I'm gonna need quite a bunch for my oncoming project, but that's something we'll cover in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, and if you did, don't forget to give it a like and tell me what you liked about it in the comments. And also maybe consider subscribing so you don't miss my next video, which is gonna be an interesting one, you'll see. Anyways, that's all for me today. I hope you had fun and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye!